Hey, my name's Steve, and welcome to Songs That Work, a music show by Dean's Home Services, a Minnesota home service company.
Now we're good because Yaz is here.
Yes.
This is Songs That Work. Yaz, are you nervous? Are you excited about this? I know this is all very weird.
I'm not nervous.
Okay.
A little excited.
A little excited. It is
Yes.
very hot right now.
Yes, I'm always hot.
It's always hot, and of course, I think I'm in the one office in this entire space that has air, but not really air. It's like we have vents, but they don't work.
Exactly.
So can you tell me, you work here at Dean's Home Services.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do here?
I'm a project coordinator.
What does that mean?
It means my job is to make the transition from when we're in a customer's home to when we sell something to when we install it, the smoothest transition possible.
So you're like, you grease the wheels,
I
basically.
grease the wheels.
You're the one that makes it happen. Now, here's the
Yes.
best part about this podcast, I can tell right now. I'm going to sweat during it, and you're going to sweat during it.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be a sweat fest.
It's going to be, welcome to the Sweatfest podcast with, now, Yaz.
Yes.
That's your nickname.
Yes.
What is your actual name?
Yasmin.
Now, where does that from?
What, Yasmin?
Like, yeah, does like what is the story behind that name?
There is no story. My mom just really liked it.
It's a fun name. Does it
Yeah.
have a meaning?
It
Is
means beautiful flower.
Oh, I like that.
I'm a beautiful flower.
Look at me. And you have kids.
I have 3.
Okay, so what do you do for fun? What is something different about you? Yaz.
Something different about me, you know? I'm like your boring, typical mom, you know?
Boring? You don't seem like a boring typical mom. I feel like you have something in you that you're hiding.
No, I'm like super normal. Like, go home, cook dinner, watch my soaps.
You do not watch soaps.
Yeah.
How old are you?
No, I do not watch
I was gonna
soaps.
say. I was like, oh, the young and the restless,
Yes,
days
no.
of our lives.
I don't know either of those. to
Now,
be
are you a
honest.
big music person?
I love music.
Okay. Do you sing? Do you play any instruments?
I did sing in school.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like forced on me, so...
Forced.
Yeah, my mom's like, you're gonna do something. And I'm like, okay.
I guess I'll go to school and sing.
Yeah, right. I don't like spotlight, but my mom was all about like me being in the spotlight. So I did choir for all the years that you could do choir. She tried to put me in modeling, everything like to put attention on me. And I'm like,
I don't like it. Now, you
I
have
don't
a
like it.
sister that just started working here also.
yes.
Does she like attention?
Yes. She loves attention.
Now, so she's the opposite of you. Is she
Yeah.
older than you or younger than you?
She's older than me.
So, like, is it just you two, or do you have more siblings?
No. She is actually my younger. So my mom just has 2 kids, me and my older sister. And then my dad has like, you know, a bunch of love child. So
Oh, a bunch of love childs.
so my younger sister on my dad's side, that's technically her sister. So we're not blood related, but I've
Oh.
known her my whole life. So she's my sister.
So your dad had lots of love childs.
Lots of love childs.
How many?
I couldn't tell you. I know there's at least 9 of us.
9?
Yes.
Your father was fertile.
Yes.
Is he still around?
No, he passed this year.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
Okay. See, again, this is what I do on this podcast is I bring up this exact thing happened to me yesterday. I was like, oh, yeah, da-da-da. So it's like, oh, I have a twin. And I'm like, oh, is she crazy like you? They're like, no, she passed. And I'm like, what do I do now? I just make it more weird.
This
That's
is
what I
great.
do.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yes.
So you love music.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite type of music?
R&B.
R&B.
I love R&B.
Why R&B?
I love to be sad for no reason. It's my favorite thing. Like I'll sit there and I'm just like, my life's great, but like I'm gonna cry right now. Like that's
Like
just,
you like to be in emotions.
Yes.
You love emotions.
I love emotions.
See, I hide from emotions. I push them away.
I love them.
I do whatever I can. I pad myself. I put up a wall. I like to not share my feelings. Like if they're negative.
Yes.
I like to share my feelings if they're grumpy or if they're, I mean, especially in this heat right now.
Right?
But let's talk about songs, all right?
Yes.
What's a song that gets you in the mood to work?
Well, like I said, I love to be sad. So like I don't know why, but sad music like just gets me focused. Like,
Okay, give me
it's
an
like
example.
tunnel vision.
Give me a song.
I would say "Say Goodbye" by Chris Brown.
Okay. So you want to like almost start heave crying.
Yes.
And then you're like, I'm gonna get stuff done.
Yes.
I'm
This is
gonna-
what I needed.
Like some people would be like, oh, I listen to rock music or some kind of like hip hop or whatever. You just want to have a tear fest.
Yes,
You
exactly.
want to, okay, heave cry it. All right. Well, you got the windows down. Mm-hmm. It's hot, like it is in this room right now.
Exactly.
And what song is blaring when you're playing? So what is the song that you listen to when you have the windows down, music blaring, driving down the road?
Yes, it's going to be my favorite person ever, Chris Brown.
You like Chris Brown?
Yes. See, that's the thing. Like, windows down, music blasting. Like, I don't care. There's such a controversy around him. And I'm like, I don't care. I love him. So I would listen to Undecided by Chris Brown.
Okay. Let me ask this then. Do you like Bad Boys then?
From a distance, just to admire them.
Okay.
Personally in my life, no, thank you.
Okay, good. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm just asking that because you have 2 Chris Brown songs in a row.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just surprised.
I love him.
Okay. How about a song that makes you think of something with your kids?
Oh, that's a good one.
Don't
I
they?
would say, no, it's not going to be Chris Brown anymore. I would say, Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, that's a good
I love
one.
that song. And like when I drop my daughter off at daycare,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times she's like super crabby and I'll sing that to her. And she just loves like everything about her. So she's like, yes, I am lovely.
So she's not like you. She's not like you, or you didn't want to be in the spotlight. You didn't want to be the center of attention.
If you saw my daughter, you'd be like, wow, like she like has like 35 bracelets on each arm,
Oh,
two
yeah.
bows. Like she'll put on lipstick. She'll have like necklaces, sunglasses. Like she's super like, it's all about me. Pay attention to me.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, the best children are all
Exactly.
about. How do you, as like a working mom, how do you like do like the balancing act?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been, right? I don't know. I've always been the type where like I just make it work. Like I used to have 3 jobs. I went to school, and at the time I was a single parent. So, and
Wow.
I don't know. It's just in my genes.
You just kind of just keep trucking.
Yes, keep trucking on.
See, I'm a quitter. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have to drop you kids off somewhere else because I can't.
Somebody else has gotta
So you
take
had
care of
3
you
different
guys.
jobs. What were the 3 jobs?
I was a caretaker at my apartment building.
Okay.
I worked at my daughter's daycare.
Okay.
And then overnights, I would work. My neighbor had a job at Star Tribune, like
Okay.
just like getting the papers ready, and she offered it to me. I'm like, sweet, you have a babysitter. Your babysitter can watch my kids.
So you did like you're hustling. Then.
Yeah.
Do you like? So like, what do you? Is there something that you want to do next with your life? Because you're a hustler.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, I'm undecided.
See, that's the problem with a lot of us.
Yeah.
It's like you think that you know what you want to be or do. Like you're like, it's gonna like magically hit me. Like I'm gonna
Right?
say like, oh, I want to be X, Y, Z. I want to
Yeah.
be a plumber. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it, you're like, oh, I got into something, and then you're like, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even use my degree.
What's your degree in?
Child psychology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
you do use your degree.
Yes, I mean,
Technically, you use your degree.
Every
okay?
day.
Let me ask, what is your opinion on consequences with children, or like with, not beating them. That's not what I'm gonna say at all. No, like,
Beat 'em.
What is your opinion on consequences when it comes to children?
Yeah, I think it's all about your child. Like you got to get a feel for them and what works for them, because my kids are like completely different.
Okay.
So like with my son, negative consequences work for him. Like
Really?
if you do this is what's gonna happen. And in his head, he's like, I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
I can't. And with my daughter, I've tried that where I'm like I'll be like, because her birthday's next week, I'll be like, we're going to cancel your party. And then it's just like a cry fest. And I'm like, okay, so that didn't work.
No.
So with her, I have to be like, okay, if you're good, you'll get this. Like positive consequences.
See, because
work
that's
for
what we
him.
always go, my wife and I, we go back and forth where it's like, okay, if you do this, I'm going to take this away. Or like the big thing that like, they do, they'll be like, oh, I don't care. I don't care about it. And you're like, well, this defeats the purpose.
Right? Like, oh, you don't care.
Or even better, they'll be bad. And then it's like at the very end, like, okay, we're not going to bed. They'll be like arguing. They're standing at the top of the stairs. They're kicking the door. They don't want anything to do with it. They're just, they're doing a sit-in in
Yeah.
our house.
They're like,
okay?
oh.
And I'm like, ugh. And then About half an hour later, they come and apologize.
Oh, well, that's good.
Okay, but they still did the thing.
They're like, we're in a bad situation right now. We probably should go say sorry.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I'm like, okay, so we're going to give them a pass. Like, they did all these bad things, and then suddenly they do one good thing at the very end, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting.
Yeah.
But, well, their brains haven't fully developed. Either is mine.
I learn every day.
I don't know what I'm doing. All right, and a workout song. A song you listen to get you over the hump.
Yeah. I quit working out because I'm lazy. But when I was working out, I was working out every day. And,
Really? Okay.
and to start it off, I would listen to Push It, Salt and Pepper.
Great song. That is not what I was expecting you to say.
Yeah.
What's on your bucket list for the summer? Do you have anything fun?
My bucket list for the summer. I just want to go on a vacation with my fiance. We've been together for a little over 3 years, and we haven't been anywhere together.
Really?
Yeah.
Why have you not been anywhere together, you and your fiance?
It's just been impossible. Who is gonna take 3 kids? That's
true.
3 kids?
Yeah.
So the thing is,
You split them up between houses.
yes, that's our plan. My 2 oldest are going to Colorado to visit their grandma.
Okay.
So we're trying to plan it around then.
And then you got to get one more.
Just one for the baby.
Just one kid put away.
Yes.
A carry-on, probably. No,
Exactly.
no. So you've been with your fiance for 3 years?
Yes.
How long have you been engaged for?
A year.
Oh my gosh. Is this happening soon or?
Well, our plan.
How'd you meet this guy?
My sister, my younger sister.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked together, and I was completely she would try it because we lived together for a little bit, me and my
You
sister.
and your sister? Yep.
So I would drop her off at work every day, and she would try and convince me to go in and talk to him. I'm like,
Oh.
no thanks.
Why
I'm
did
gonna be
your
single
sister-
for the rest of my life.
Why did your sister not have a thing for him? She was married or?
No, my sister is. They just aren't. They're just
What
two
is your
different
sister?
people. She's like, life is about catering to her. Okay, so.
Okay.
So
So
my
your
fiance
sister-
was not the man for her.
So basically, since he's not the catering kind,
Oh, he caters to me.
what's up? She missed out. She doesn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
So how did you get engaged? What was the story with that?
He just got me,
No. Like how did he do it? Or did
Oh,
he
okay.
Did he actually do a thing?
Yes, he bought a puzzle, because it was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at home just finding stuff to do, and he bought a puzzle, and me and the kids put it together, and it was like a poem, and then it asked to marry me.
How long did it take you to figure out?
I was pretty much, because my daughter was just standing there, she's like,
Oh, because she knew it was up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I knew, but I'm like, let's put it fully together.
Yeah, we have to do this as a family.
Mm-hmm.
So when are you guys going to get married?
Well, our plan was next year
Mm-hmm.
because we're trying to buy a house this year.
Oh, okay.
So our plan was next year, but market's crap right now.
It's garbage.
Yes, it's horrible. Every
Yep.
place we go to, there's lines of
Oh,
people.
people?
There.
Oh, yeah,
And I'm just like, yep, this one's not worth it.
No?
They're like, give it to me. Have you seen I think it's a TikTok of an apple, and it's real estate market
Oh,
right now.
yes. And it's
That's
like,
really-
this apple is worth $50,000. But it's an apple. I just bought it
Right?
the other day for $1.
And there's people that are like, I'll give you cash right now.
Yeah, I'll give you cash up front, and I'll also give you my firstborn.
Yes.
Whatever you would like, I will provide to you for this house. It's
Exactly.
I'll be honest, Eddie House, I don't want anything that much.
Right?
I'm definitely a sucker for a deal, or not a deal, a sucker for other people want it, I gotta get it too,
Yeah.
But there are some things that you're do you I hate lines.
I hate lines.
Anything that is a line to get into,
Right?
I don't want to go to.
Exactly.
okay?
That's why when I pull up and I see cars, I'm like, should we just leave?
Yeah, it's not worth it. If there's and it's not because I'm too good for them.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't care enough.
Right. I'm just not patient enough. I'm just like,
Yeah, well, patient too.
Right.
What else are you not patient about? What are things that are pet peeves for you?
Oh gosh. I just all around am not a patient person.
Really?
My kids are the most patient that I am. I'm so proud of myself when it comes to my kids because I'm just like in my head, like, I just want to punch you right now.
Yeah, I haven't BRM'd. I'm not blood red mad.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm doing pretty good. Okay.
Exactly.
I have not. Like, what I was gonna say, there's probably a child psychologist, and you'd be able to tell me if this is child abuse or not. Okay, I was like, what we should do is get like the water softener pellets and make them kneel on those to learn a lesson. And my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Okay, you're right." And then one time I told my wife that I had like a dream that I'd like to do this. She thinks it's weird. Is that when they're like, if they're mouthing off or something like that at the table, I have like a glass of water and I just splash it in their face. How funny would that be? That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious, okay?
That would be so good.
You know, I'm on your side because I like to torture my kids. I'm like, you know what? You were born so I could mess with you.
How do you torture them?
You know, just like little stuff like my son will, like, he games a lot, so he'll be sitting there like trying to be all cool on his mic, and I'll come and I'll start singing on his mic. I'm like, Mason is a loser.
Hey, how does the song go?
Mason is a loser.
Second verse, same as the first.
Exactly.
A little bit louder and a little bit worse. Mason is a loser. Well, thanks for being on this podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Videocast, whatever this is. And we'll see you around.
Sweet.
Thanks for being on.
Thanks.